hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Yeah, so guys, welcome to this new episode. This is gonna be the episode 6 of what we've started, guys. I told you this particular design, this particular app is gonna take us a very long time to complete, but yeah, that's the beauty of the work. You build, until you can't build anymore. But how we go do on, Charlie? That be our day. That be our day, Charlie. So we're about to jump into this episode, and then this is episode 6 of our app. And then let's see what we've done so far. So this is a design, and looking at this tonight we are gonna do a lot of stuff, right? So we will be building the Android large 7 and if possible large 8, and then a little bit of large 9 before we move away. Yeah, so before we begin in the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Amen. So guys, hallelujah. Ready, go. Yeah, so let's rerun our app and see what we have before we jump into business, right? So what am I gonna do? What are we gonna do now? 10 on top. Thanks very much for the is that a like? Yeah, thanks very much for the like. Guys, my blow hair, Charlie. You guys are tired. You guys know talk me so Charlie. Pause this thing small then continue more. Hey, all of you go come watch. Anytime I come live, you go come watch. You don't know say I dey tire. One day you go wake up then hear say Ashon, cause Charlie, my bleh. Alright, so we already have this screen, and then when we move here we worked on the screen. So the next thing we are going to do, right, the next thing we'll be doing is to build this section of the app, right? So when you click on see more, when the user click on see more, then we will be going to, which screen are we moving to? Yeah, so when the user click on see more, then we will be going to this one, Android large 7. Thank up. Thanks very much for the like. Please don't forget to follow, okay? And also check out the YouTube channel, the Code Researcher channel, right? This channel. Alright, so we are gonna work on this screen. There's no time to waste, right? Guys, Cloud Mickey, thanks very much for the follow. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel down here. Now what we are gonna do is to do some movement and finish this particular screen, because time no day, bro. Time no day where we go wait for years. So Charlie, we for do this thing fast and move on. Guys, don't forget to reshare and join on YouTube as well for a full screen view. Yeah, so let's get to business. We are coming for you. So we are gonna build a new screen. Yeah, we are gonna build a new screen, and that screen is gonna take care of what is it taking care of? Active playing media screen. Yeah, so this is what we have here. The active playing media screen is this one, and then we are going to build a screen which is going to take us to, yeah, artist bio. Yeah, so that screen, right? So artist bio screen. So this is where we are going to have the artist bio, and this is where we are going to be doing some nyama stuff. Yeah, so this is it, and then let's have this. Yeah, guys, I am gonna raise a point today, because today I was moving online. I don't know if it was only my FYP, but the stuff I was saying today is crazy, right? There is this CWG, whatever that is called, an investment platform, and people really got scammed. I don't know how true that was, but in the comment sections, a lot of people were crying that they've lost their money, 2,000, 24,000, 36,000, and I was like, you guys really have this amount of money and you decide to put it into something like this? Actually, I was told about it, but I've been a victim of Jama Life. I don't know if you've heard of Jama Life before, but I've been a victim of Jama Life. So I told my friend that, Charlie, I'm not going to do this thing. There's no way I'm going to involve in this. And then fast forward, today, my FYP was occupied with just scam, just videos, people doing videos about how they got scammed and all that, how they couldn't withdraw their money and stuff. And I was like, crazy. The funny thing is, if you should advise people not to involve themselves in stuff like that, they will feel like maybe you are the bad friend, or maybe you are the bad person that don't want them to get rich. So you just have to let them be. You just have to allow them to do their thing, and to they learn it for themselves. Then you can move on from there. Yeah, so let's add this and take care of a few stuff. Yeah, so guys, be advised, when you see these platforms, make sure you do due diligence before you go into investing your money on those platforms, else you would come back and all we can tell you is that sorry. All we can tell you is sorry, and that's all. So please be careful when you are investing your money on those platforms. That is that. Now let's go back to business, right? So I have this screen. We are not going to do actions because we don't need actions here. So the next thing what we'll be looking at is this one. So let's rerun this and then on click of this one, which is the see more. So see more will take us to this screen, right? So let me go all the way back to the active playing screen and let me locate some see more element. Where is that element? We have it here. So this is a text span and it's see more, so we can actually add a tap functionality to it, and then we should be able to actually what's the name? There's a function that we can have for this. Yeah, so on enter, yeah, so yeah, recognizer. And then we are gonna have something like this. Let's see, tap gesture recognizer dot on tap is equal to this and this. Yeah, so we are gonna have something like this, which we can use to actually tap and then navigate to the bio of the bio screen, right? So in here we are just going to call our navigator dot of context, and then we make it a push. We are just pushing, right? So we'll make a push, and then after the push, what we'll specify the route, which will be a material page route. So yeah, so material page route, we'll call this, we can name this our route, and then we'll point it to what's the name, artist bio. Yeah, so we'll point it to the artist bio screen like this. Yeah, to rerun the app and then go to this, scroll the way to the bottom, click on see more, and then we are here. So guys, back. Now everything is just going smoothly. Everything is just going as smooth as we've planned from the beginning. So we don't have to stress. We only have to build it and make it look good, and that's all. And make it look good, that's all. Yeah, and guys, now I've been hearing a lot of gist though. You guys are really doing things, because the gists are the here these days. It be crazy. You people really they do things. So this will be a semi-bold with a size of 16. I think semi-bold is already 16, no, it's 18. So semi-bold 16, and then we are gonna have something like this. And this will be the artist name. So Oliver Tree, that's going to be the name of the artist, right? That will be our title. So thanks very much for the follow. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel down here and drop that subscription and let's get the following going. Yeah, so this is gonna be Oliver Tree. Yeah, so guys, I want to make a special announcement, right? Maybe you weren't available in a previous episode, maybe you didn't watch the previous episode, but the announcement is that I want to give you guys a chance to hold a share. I want to give you guys a chance to hold a share in my my journey, right? So, mostly there's this influencers or these people that made it on social media, these YouTubers and stuff, that musicians, artists, producers, all those people, finally when they start very small and then gradually they become big, they begin to be like, nobody really made me, I made myself. All right, people will be like, we made him, we can unmake him. Then they'll be like, no, you didn't make me, I worked out for it, I struggled to reach here. So guys, I want to give you the opportunity to hold a share in that particular statement, right? I want to give you a free share. All I want you to do is that if you are watching this, subscribe. If you are watching this, follow. If you are watching this, subscribe or follow, so that in the near future, right, like 1, 2, 3 years from now, when I begin to raise my shoulders, you can now make use of the share that I'm giving you today, and then you'll be like, hey, I made this guy. I was his 30th subscriber. I was his 30th follower. So I made him. Guys, that's the share. I want to give you guys the opportunity to hold that share today, so that tomorrow when that day comes, you would be like, I made him. Yeah, so take the chance and end your sport today before it becomes too late. Yeah, because when I make it without you showing up, guy, it's gonna be bloody. It's gonna be bloody for you. Yeah, so guys, let's get a screen and then let's do some few stuff. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? What are we looking at? There's some elements that we have to steal from here. So this particular one is what we are gonna steal from here, and then we'll bring it here, right? Because we need it here. So we'll just import app assets and what else? Yeah, we are not gonna need this one. We are not gonna make use of this one again. So I think we can actually keep it this way. Yeah, let's have it this way. Yeah, so let's have it this way, and then this is what we are gonna get. Yeah, guys, it's looking cool. It's already looking cool. The crazy thing is we've done the difficult sections of the app, so now everything is just smooth, like a smooth criminal, right? So everything is just smooth. We don't have to struggle, we don't have to do much. We only have to build and build and build and build and build. Yeah, so guys, this is the screen we have here, and this is what we are going to be working on, right? So Oliver Tree, let's give Oliver Tree a chance to look good and to look beautiful. Yeah, so this is going to go off, and the follow button and all that will be going off soon, right? So not even soon, just now we are taking all of them off. We don't need this. You only need this and name chip. Yeah, so we have this, and then we would also take away this one. Yeah, so now we have something like this. Right, then we're gonna have this decoration. What? Hide this. What? Yeah, we would have this, and then now let's take a deep look at what we are doing, right? We don't have to mess up. Okay, all right. This at the bottom. Walai. Oh, this design was supposed to go very smoothly, but this at the bottom here is gonna, it might hold our neck, but yeah, let's see how far it will, let's see how far we can go before it starts holding our neck, right? So this pattern wouldn't have only symmetric, but it's gonna have all, right? So this is gonna have the all pattern. Now rerun. Not for this one, unfortunately it is not for this one yet. So we are going to look for the container holding this, and then we are going to give it a margin and a constant margin, and then we are going to give it a symmetric margin, and then this one should be of a horizontal margin, which will be like 24. So now the elements should be away from the screen by 24 px. Yeah, we using 24 or 16. Let's confirm from our default app bar. Everything looks good here, so I don't think we would have to change anything. All right, so from this, the next thing for us is to set the background. Guys, let's set the background. #dignity. Thanks very much for the likes. Guys, don't forget to follow. All right, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because this is a chance for you to earn a spot in bragging or talking when that day comes. It's a free offer. Take it now or forever hold your peace. Yeah, so guys, this pattern and all those things, I think let's take it off and see what we are gonna get. This is what we have. We're not gonna use it, but I think we can do something crazy with all this, right? What I need is this image and this container. I need this sized box. I want to pick some few things out of here, right? So this pattern, it's not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be here. Yeah, now we get this. Now we get this and name chip. Okay, so after getting this, the next thing we need is guys, for anybody that's texting, I can only reply after the live. So when you text, don't forget, I'll reply you, but whilst you wait for the reply, subscribe. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do next is get this background, right? I don't know how we are gonna make use of this background because it's so huge and long. Let's see if we wanna, let's take it away from here, because this, I don't know, I'm feeling some way. I have some feeling about this background, right? I have some feeling about this background, and Charlie, I don't know. It feels like this thing is gonna give us a little bit of a tough time. It feels like this is gonna give us a bit of a tough time, guys. For anybody that's texting, don't worry, I will give you a response after here. Feels like this will give us a tough time. I don't know how he said it. Okay, so now we can have the background itself. Yeah, so now we have this, and then we are going to use it, right? We are going to use it as the background image of our screen, but who knows how we are going to do this? How are we going to do this, guys? So we are going to create a container, and then the background will be this image. Guys, it doesn't matter how long we take a look at it, right? If we don't use it on the screen, or if we don't use it in the app, we'll never know whether it's going to work or not. So let me get it already, and then let's use it on the app or in the app. Yeah, in the app, at the app, in and at the app, at and in the app. Yeah, so go here and look for assets, images, and this one is not a dummy image, so we are going to drop it here, and let's call it artist bio background, right? Guys, thanks very much for the likes. As you're liking, don't forget to check out the YouTube channel and drop that follow, and don't forget to also subscribe when you get there. Thank you. Army Tafa. Nobody should fight me over the Army Tafa, because that is the language that I learned when I went to a Chinese school. So if you haven't been to a Chinese school, please shh. If you've even been there before, please shh, because they can't come out my thoughts for you. Yeah, so let's use BGs 1 2 3, and then we are gonna have this as backgrounds. I'm excellent. Thanks very much for the follow. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That's very excellent. Thank you for the follow. Please don't forget to check out the YouTube channel because the videos are there waiting for you. Yeah, so let's do this and then call it artist bio background, so card background or whatever. Artist bio card background. Yeah, so let's have this, let's have it. And then as we come to this container, in the decoration of this container, we would have to set something called background, right? So now we are going to do the crazy thing that we haven't tried, or this is our first time doing something like this. So let's do image and then call decoration image, and then inside of the image property we will supply asset image, and then we'll call app assets dot bg, or let's write background, and then we are gonna have this, the moment of truth. Let's run and see what we'll get, right? So we run the app, go all the way here, scroll to the bottom, see more, and then we'll be brought to a screen like this. Guys, can you see the background? No, we can't see the background. Why? Is it because of the color? I don't know. Yeah, it's not because of the color. Then what could it be? Then what could it be? Do you know what could be the cause? I don't know. Yeah, so let's take this off and rerun this. I can't see any background image, boy. Phew. So let's take off some few stuff. Let's take off this shadow and see. Can you see any image? No, I can't. What is the color of this background? This is how the background looks like. How would it look on black? How is it gonna look on black? Let's think of that first. So if we are using this and then we make our background color white, so let's make the color as white and see. Nothing. So let's take off the color. Nothing. So what we are going to do, right, what we should do is call the image itself and see if it's going to show, right? So instead of this asset image, let's call duplicate this, copy this, and drop it here, and then comment this out. Guys, now we are going to struggle with background because this image, it's some way. Now we have this. After getting this, we would have to make sure that the height of this size box is like double dot infinity, because that's the only way we are gonna get this, right? So let's see, and rerun this, and then let's see what we would have. Is there any size apart from that? There's no big height here, right? So let's say the height of this is 800, and let's see, we are gonna have something like this, but I used double dot infinity and then it refused to expand, which is crazy because you are supposed to. So let's change this to container, and let's change this to decoration and box decoration, and then let's call this image, and then we'll call decoration image, and then the image will be supplying the asset image, and then we'll call app assets dot background, and let's have it. And then guys, thanks very much for the follows. I really appreciate all of them. Don't forget to subscribe and also check out the YouTube channel down here, bro. Thank you. Yeah, so that is what we have, right? That is what we have. And this is what we have. So we are going to take this image away from here, and give this decoration to this particular element. And then let's see. Now it says cannot provide blah 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 blah. Says what? The color failed, color position blah blah blah, because we have color here, so it's going to give us a tough time. Yeah, so now this is what we have, and then if we should set the width of this. So what's the width? That is the width, right? So we have to make sure that the image cover does the space in the parent, right? So we are going to do fit and then cover. So box fit cover. Now we should have something like this. Yeah, so now we have something like this, like how it is looking on the screen, right? But all we have to do is to make sure that any pattern around the edges is off. So we can do away with this container, right? We can do away with this container and even this image, because we don't need it, and then we are going to give this to this container. Yeah. Yeah, so this would have a box decoration, and then we should have something like this. Yeah, guys, all we need to do is set a background and then run away from here. But this is what we are getting, because we've done so much, right? We've done so much, and then I have to take my time to actually check where each issue might be popping out from, so that we can get this dealt with in a very short period of time. So there is a pattern somewhere which we would have to take off, and I think that pattern is this one. So let's rerun, and then yeah, now it's gone. So now we have our background. We have our background, as we can see. The next thing for us to do is to create the children now in this particular background, right? We have to create the children now in this particular background. So take this off, we don't need it. Let's have something like this. Let's have it, and then we can go ahead and create the background. So guys, let's bring back this image and see what we are gonna have. Yo 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 People were so young, people were kids when that song was banging. People were children when that song was banging. Gang and a banging. You guys were so young. You guys were kids, bro. You guys were kids. I know I'm young, but one way or the other, I'm older than most of you. So, yeah, you were so young when that song was banging. Where were you guys? Where were you? You were just a kid, bro, in your mom's belly. Doing what? When we were here, where were you? You were having fun. You were in your mom's belly drinking milk instead of working as a man. As a man, you got to hustle. As a man, you got to work for your life. As a man, you got to fuck you. For all of you that come online and do that, yeah, one day hand go touch you. One day hand go touch you, because you know if you come online and they give you unnecessary pressure, bro. Already man, they go through big things. No be that. Then people go come online to them, can they hold men them a neck like Charlie? As if man decides say go born him body. Yeah, so guys, ata mensa ata boss. Thanks very much for the follow. So what could be the cause of this? Where was I setting the background first? Let me take this off. Why did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? You just tell me, where did I go wrong? Okay, yeah, now I see. So we're just going to copy something, right? And then this stack. Yeah, so we are going to pick this stack and make use of only it, right? So we can put it here, and then we will now work on the rest of the stuff. So because trying to copy and paste is just giving me a tough time. So let's have something like this. When we have this, the next thing for me to do is to make sure that this image, alright, is to make sure that this image or these elements are wrapped in a pattern. So if I pick this stack and I put it in a pattern, let me see what I'm gonna get. So pick the stack, put it in the pattern. Now you have something like this. Why is the entire image moving? Why is the entire image moving? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I get it. Black side, thanks very much, and then wall come back. Yeah, so this is what we are gonna have, and then the next thing is for me to make sure that the height of this container is of the same height as the image. You have to make sure that the height of the container is of the same height as the image, and if we don't get that, then it's going to be an issue for us, because if we do that's height dot infinity, then we are not going to have something like this. So we would have to make sure that we have only the image with its own height, and then this one matching each other, right? So the width is okay, but what should be the height? The height is supposed to be 220. So in here we can change this from double dot infinity to something like 220. Guys, at this point you all have to start dropping that follow before things get busy. Get busy, bruh, cause damn. Yeah, so we have something like this. This is what we have. Please, I want to learn. I have DMU. Yeah, all right, I will check it out, but for now, don't forget, just drop that subscription and let's keep the movement going. Yeah, so guys, after getting this, the next thing for us to do is to wrap this whole stack in a clip.rect widget. So let's do that in order to be able to clip the edges of the image, right? So we are gonna have something like this. Instead of building it all over again, just go here and pick this from the clip.rect, and that should be it. Now rerun this, and then we have something like this. Now the question is, why is the container not clipped? Because it's supposed to get clipped, bruh. It's supposed to get clipped with everything. Unless we want to have it in the same size box as this one, which is 240, then this should actually work for us, right? So assuming we have this in the size box with the width like this and the stack and all that, so let's see if that is gonna work for us. Let's see. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Yeah, guys, thanks very much for the likes and for the gifts. I really appreciate them. But this thing right now want to give me a tough time, especially this container down here. If you wonder what we are using the container for, we are actually using it to add a little bit background, a little bit black. Let me see, how do I even say that? It's just we want to add some dark feel on top of the element to give it a little pop, so that it won't be too light. That is what we are trying to do. So down here, so what I want to try is give this also a border radius, the box, this particular container, to see if it is gonna work or it will still give the issue. So decoration, and let's have the box decoration and give it this, the border radius. Also pick the color and drop it in there. Yeah, so we should have something like this. Rerun, and this is what we have. Why is the container not being clipped? Is it the container that's not being clipped or the image? So if we decide to clip the image alone, let's see what we'll have. Guys, I think I missed my road on this particular thing, because we are doing too much for something that we've already done. For something that we've already done, it should be very easy for us to come here, pick this thing, and then move forward, rather than doing it again and again and again and again and again. Yeah, so now that we have this image, it's that it doesn't have a background here, so that's a good thing for us. Now that we have this image, the next thing for us is to move on and do this stuff, right? Is to move on and do this stuff. Let's first go to this container. And give it a border radius. Right, guys, thanks very much for all the likes. Thanks very much for the follows. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel before you go. Army Tafar. Yeah. Now, if I say Army Tafar, you guys understand what I mean, right? If you don't understand, I'm literally saying that good evening and I hope you're having a great day. That is what it means. Army Tafar. That is what it means. Even the Chinese can't speak more than I do, so don't listen to them. What I'm telling you is the right thing. If you want to impress your Chinese babe, right? If you have a Chinese babe that you want to impress, anytime you start vibing with her, just speak like this. Anything that you want to talk about, just use the word Army Tafar and she would understand what you mean. It's a Chinese word that we used to use when I was in China in my dreams. Yeah, when I was in China in my dreams, this were the things that the words that we used to use in there. So you are free to check it out. You are free to use it. You never know, it might be your lucky word. So yeah, and you're sure to lose it. Oh bro, you know go lose them. Yeah, the thing be say I've already tried it, and she said it's over. My baby say over. It's over. But you never know. Maybe yours will be different, guy. You never know, bro. The fact say you know work for me, you know means say it go spoil for you too. But why you don't want to do relationships? Me a day I no get you won't get. I know a day here I no get you they won't get, boss. Which one be your own? This thing no be song, this be bomb. This thing no be song, this be bomb. Guys, thank very much for the gifts. I really appreciate all of them. You know what? This thing no be song, this be bomb. The shit be wrong, yeah. Guys, you guys have to support. All I will just take off I'll put my tech skill on the shelf and then I'll go pick my music career. I'm a full-time musician, so if you want me to go back to my music career, then don't like, and then you'll see. Yeah, so we are gonna do this. Let's work on this, and then we can move on with our lives. No time to waste. This guy just been doing things. Let's do this part first, huh? Is it Adobe XD? No, this is Figma. This is a Figma, and then we are using Flutter for the app build. Yeah, so guys, back to business. Thanks very much, Black Site. Thanks very much for the gifts. Clack it. Yeah, so we are going to do this app text dot bold and then in semi bold. Let's pick this element and deal with them before we move on. Yeah, so semi bold. This is gonna be 28. So let's say we have a text coming from the back end, so we can do this like 28, and then guys, this is a count, the number of followers. This Flutter for Android Studio. Yeah, this is Flutter with the U. This is Flutter. Yeah, so the font size is what's gonna be 28 like this. So let's rerun. And why do we have it at the bottom? Why do we have it at the bottom? Why do we have it at the bottom, dude? take this off and let's see what's something. Yeah, why is it at the bottom, guys? Why do we have to solve problems that are not supposed to be problems? Okay, so let me take this off here. Let me take this off here, and then let me put it in the parent container. So about after this, let me drop it here. Yeah, so this one should now make sense, I guess. Let's see. Night out. Is it also used for web apps? Yeah, you can use Flutter for websites. You can use Flutter for websites. Yeah, so let's see. This is what I have. Why are you starting from the bottom? Why do you want to start from the bottom? This thing just want to give us an issue. You just want to give me an issue that it's not supposed to be an issue. It's forcing itself so hard to bring up like to make something out of nothing, bro. These widgets are trying their best to make something out of nothing. We are not supposed to have an issue building this, right? This thing is supposed to be a smooth ride, a smooth flow, no libby, no laba. So I don't get why we would have to go through all this stress only to do something small. So what we can do is that in here, we're going to use column, and then this column is going to have children. So this will be the first child, and then this will follow as the second child. So now let's see if it will make sense. Yeah, so now it makes sense, right? Give it to me, baby. Yeah, so let's see the widgets that we would have to remove. I think do we need this container? This column. Do we need this column? I don't think so. So take it off, and let's rerun. Yeah, we are still in a good lead, a comfortable lead, right? We are still in a comfortable lead. So the next one is for us to change the size box, and then we have this as well. So now what are we looking at? We have this container, and yeah, so the rest of the elements will follow here. Yeah. So let's go in here and confirm this. Let's put all this in a little column so that we can separate them from each other, right? Separate the girls from the baller boys. Odin Viana boy. Any talking the movement, any movement of walking. Odi Garissa we have all boarding. Odi Garissa all boarding. Charlie. Uptext dot medium. Oh, so we don't have regular, only medium. All right, so what do we have here? We have the monthly listeners with a size of 16, and then that should be it. So this says 224 million blah 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 monthly listeners. How can you tell me this story? Okay, so let's have this. Let's have it, and let's see. Okay, and then the color, it's gonna be, what is gonna be, is gonna be, yeah, so this is the color. So we can supply this color to the text. So let's call this let's call this like this, and then we should have our color. Yeah, so after the color, what is next thing that we would have to do? Salom, thank you, Salom Akpe, for the likes. Salom, never subscribe all day. In a subscribe, why? Never don't know la. We would fight. Mila Dako. Yo. So Salom, your time. It's your time for you to shine. In a why subscribe. Fifi like right now. So guys, we would have to you know they love for you. So are you going to speak English at some point? Hello. Yeah, hello. I've been speaking English. Guys, was it not English that I've been speaking? Ooh, then I'm sorry. Guys, if I've changed the language, then apologies. Apologies. Okay, though you're like talking to your community. Oh no, it was just me telling him that, bro, go and subscribe. Guys, see a single button with this number of layers. Can't you? Do you see the number of layers that I'm taking off a single button? Like it's crazy. Like it's crazy. Why can't the button like guys, is it that we can't have these designs on one layer? Like just one rectangle and then you do all this to make it look like this? Because the UI dev is really breaking our head, right? See this. See this. Yeah, so we are going to build this button right now, but I think we already have something like this, so we'd only have to go for that particular one and then change the colors to look especially exactly like this. Then that should be it, right? So if we go to our buttons, we are going to locate the button somewhere. Let's go to the shared, and then we should have Mobi buttons, right? So we can use the Mobi button to actually do something, right? So let's go in here. So this like the colors for this particular button, guys. I don't think we want to, I don't want to touch this because we've done so much to actually get this, right? So what I would love for us to do is to create a new button and maybe colored, we'll call it the Mobi button, but we'll add another flag to it, maybe to make it colored. So we can say colored Mobi button or Mobi button colored. Yeah, so Mobi button colored, something like this. Now we can go ahead and change the color on this button and see if we can get what we are looking for. So let's first go here to the artist bio screen, and then we're gonna call the Mobi button. So let's call Mobi button. Now app buttons. I think we have something like app buttons. Guys, thanks very much for the likes. Yeah, it's Mobi buttons. Guys, thanks very much for the likes. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel for the other videos, because this is like the episode 6. So if you are not watching on YouTube, then you are missing 5 previous episodes and the other videos that we've recorded, the other softwares that we've built on live. Yeah, so this when you click on this button, guys, Salom, thanks very much for the dev. Did I say dev? Thanks very much for the gifts. I really appreciate it. Right. So to do, when we click on this button, this is not even a button. Guys, this is not even a button. Okay, let me just call this do nothing. It's not even a button. I forgot. It's not even a button. So the icon is just gonna be our app text. So let's have app text dot regular dot medium. Yeah. And then what we are gonna have in the medium would be the ranking. Let's see, 181st in the world. So because of that, you want to stress us. Let's have like this. This is an insert 34th in the world. So let's first do this, then we can change it later. Yeah. So we have this, and then all we have to do is to put a little spacing between them. So size the box, and then a little height, maybe an 8.0. Let's add the 8.0, and then we go check what we have here. This is 20. Okay, so we can have our 24 height, and then but we have this. Now all we have to do is to change the colors, right? If you are wondering, I know you are already asking yourself, what about the height between this and this? Don't worry, I'll do it for you right now before you hold my neck. Yeah, so let's wrap this in a container so that we can give it that height, and then we move on. So symmetric vertical padding is gonna be 32. What it's gonna be is gonna be, yeah. So after having this, we can go here and then now color our icon like how we want it. So the first things first, let's look for where the shadow is, right? Is this the one with the shadow? No, give me a way. Do all of them have the shadow? Yeah, so this is the one with the drop shadow. Okay, I think it's the same thing as that one. Yeah, so it's the same thing as the regular button. Now what we would be looking at is the gradient, right? So the linear gradient, which is starting from here, all the way to here. Yeah, let's rerun this, and then we have something like this. Now we are almost there, but I would have to do something, a little bit of touch. Let's touch it a little, and then that should be it. Guys, thanks very much for the likes. Is that all? I think we would have to give it a little touch, and then that should be it. Well, away from this, and then this is actually not doing anything, so we can take it off. And then the next thing is the shadow. Thank you very much for the follow, guys. Thank you for the follow. The border, yeah, I think we would have to touch the border. Which one has the border? Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, so this one holds the border, and then that's the color of it. Let's see. This is the color of the stroke around it. So if we come to the border.o, then we have something like this. Let's see, then we are gonna have something like this. Yeah, so now we have this button looking almost like this, but there's also a little bit of very dark gradient compared to the first one that we have. So we can look at this drop shadow and see the elements. The dark is 50%, and then this one is 100%. So if we come here, we now have a black as the first one, 50% of black. So we are gonna have this as a black color. Guys, thanks very much for the gifts. Thanks very much. I really appreciate all of them. Please don't forget to check out the YouTube channel and subscribe. Yeah, so it values alpha and then 0.5. So let's have this. Let's have it. And then the next one is gonna be this 100% of this. So let's confirm if they are the same. Yeah, so drop this, and then we have this. Now we are good to go with this design as well. Now what's the next thing? Bring it, boy. Bring it. Let's move on. Bring it, boy. Yeah, the next thing is the actual bio, which is gonna look like this. Salam, thanks very much for joining the camp. Yeah, so the next thing is the actual bio, which is going to look like this, and this is just going to be behind a particular container and blah 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 blah. Yeah, so let's pick this and this, and let me copy. So after having this element, the next thing we are going to do is create that the bio section, right? So we are going to create the bio section, and that one, hi, I'm Vincent from Ghana and I'm new here. What is going on here? Yeah, so we are working on a music app. We've been working on a music app for some days now. Today is the 6th day, and we are live discussing and building together. You can check out the YouTube channel for all the videos that we've been recording since we started building apps on live. Yeah, so over here we just discuss and then we build. That is all. You are welcome to join. So that is that, and then the next thing we are going to do is to build the bio section. So let's check the font size and all that. This is a medium with a size of 16. So let's call our app text and then dot medium, and then the size is gonna be okay. I'm on it. I'll catch up very soon. All right, that's great. you are welcome to join the house. Don't forget to check the YouTube channel for updates and then other videos. This is not the only app that we've built, we've been working on, so if you want to have access to it and the previous ones, you can just check out the YouTube channel and then boom, you would have access to all of them. Yeah, so this is going to be the artist bio, and then we will do equals the text that we copied. Yeah, so this should be the artist's bio. It's very long. What a yeah, so we have this as the artist bio, and then what we're gonna put here is just the artist bio, and then we should be good to go. So from the top, we have our apps playing, and we have our song. We click here, we come to this screen, we click here, and then we come here. Yeah, okay, so you can see there is an overflow issue, and with that overflow issue, we would have to use a single child scroll view to actually scroll these elements. Now the question is, are we scrolling this, or we are scrolling all of this? That is the question now. So let's see what we are scrolling, because we already have a single child scroll view, which is this. Right, we already have a single child scroll view, which is this. So on a normal, we should be able to scroll, but we are not able to. And the question is, why? Why are we not able to scroll? But why? Why? I feel like crying, guys. I'm traumatized, guys. Yeah, so let's investigate the issue and see where it might be coming from. But before that, let's set the text color, and then we can move on with our investigation, right? Let's set the text color before we call the CID unit to investigate this. So yeah, and our text color should now look like this. Yeah, so we're gonna take this, and then this and this should be off. This and this should be off, and this size box should also be off, and then we are gonna go away from this whole thing, and we have to look for something else. So this whole pattern, let me see, where is it? Okay, it falls on the inside of the background. Yeah, so what are we looking at? We have the decoration, and then we have the clip, right? This is where the image comes in. Right? So I think even this one, right, you can even take this one off. I don't know how important it is, so we can even take that one off. Okay, then after that, we have container in container, which actually makes sense a little, because it's there for a reason. So we can also take this off for now. Let's see, now we are having this as the height. Okay, now things are kind of looking a little bit better. We are doing the code cleanup to make sure that we have exactly what we are looking for, right? So this size box now goes off, this now goes off, and let's now bring this and see what we are gonna have. And still it's not scrollable, and I understand very well, but we would have to investigate this, because now the scrolling effect is sitting at the top here. So what we can do is, if we should put this in an expanded, let's see, we have this in an expanded, and that expanded is, we haven't even started working on what we wanted to do, and things are already running away. So let's try this, and still gonna go off. So can we have a single child scroll view in a single child scroll view? Something like this. Can we have this? Yeah, so now we need to do a proper touch on the screen, else we would have to we would be going up and down, up and down, up and down until the time is up. If we have this here, nothing they pay me like nothing they pay me like you go copy something, say they go, yo Banks, what's up, big man? Nothing they pay me like you go copy item, say, oh, I they go drop them, I they go drop them. You go reach there, no, you won't drop that thing, then poof, the item come out. Yeah, so now this body will be wrapped in a single child scroll view. Big boys, big man, big bosses, guys, what's up? Guys, what's popping? I'm here again. People be like, you, the reason why you show up every day is because you are single. Yeah, can you imagine? People be like, yeah, you show up every day, you do this video every day, and that's because you are single. How can you tell me this story? How can you tell me this story, guys? How can you tell me this story? Don't you feel bad reminding me of my problems? Yeah, so guys, that our problem has been solved, and we can now focus on building our beautiful stuff. Wait, you're a trainer? Yeah, Banks, I am. Yeah, Salom, it's not a lie though. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Banks, I train, and then Salom, it is true. Yeah, every day. I've said this once some time ago, but I'll say it again because you guys weren't there, right? Someone actually bounced me when I wanted to try. Like one day, I decided to try and see if my heart is still working, right? So it's been so long since I fell in love, since someone broke my heart and all that. So I was like, okay, why don't I just try and see if my heart is still working? So Buzz ran away when you called while talking. Oh yeah, the bars cannot stand the talk. They always run away. Yeah, so guys, I wanted to try and see if my heart was working, right? So I went and I approached this girl with all my heart and with all my might to uphold and defend the good name of software engineering and my what's the name of credibility or whatever. So I went to this girl. I was like, "Yo, babe, what's up? You're looking good, babe. You know what? I want to show you love. I want to use it. I want to have you. I want to have you at my own. You know, when I see you passing, I saw you like a bag that I've already solved. So there's no way you are gonna break my heart. There's no way you are gonna give me a tough time. So yeah, Charlie, I no finish now. She was like, boss, I beg shift. I was like, oh Charlie. She said make a shift. Where are busy I'm so you see the boys have no the trust. Yeah, so she said make a shift. Oh Charlie, slow. Where I say okay. Why you say make a shift? Where are busy? Oh you say Chama, you be my friend self. If I call you say yo what's up, what they go on self, you say you dey work. Wey me too, I dey love attention. So there's no way I go come dey your side and talk say I dey date you or I dey have relationship plus you. I was like, wow. Because of my work, then bounce me, guys. So because of my work, then bounce me like that. It's like, okay. No yawa. Yeah, guys. So I always tell the boys that anybody that comes and be like, Charlie, I want to learn software engineering, then I'll be like, are you ready to break up? If you're not ready to break up with your babe, then I wouldn't advise you to start, because when you begin, there's no going back. Yeah, so guys, we are almost there. We would have to just do some few touches, add some few touches to this, then we are good to go. Guys, if you're watching, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because this is the only channel that talks and code. Like, you don't really see them for anywhere before, right? Yeah, if you hear pay, you will see them. So we talk, I make noise, I code as if the head is not on what I'm doing, like my brain is somewhere whilst I'm working. So This is the only channel where you go to code, then you wouldn't be worried about bugs. You just be having fun, conversing and all that. So if you want to experience more of this, you would love to experience it. So the word is subscribe, guy. Subscribe. This is a chance for you to earn a spot, so that tomorrow when I start holding my shoulders, you'll be like, oh, this boy, I was there for him when he had nothing. It was through me that his channel blew. It was through me that his what, he got recognized and all that. So I want to give you guys the opportunity to actually secure that spot now, so that tomorrow when I start bragging, you'll be like, hey, Chama, relax, we made you. W's, you guys can be like, yeah, we made you guys. It's guys, let's build this and then find our way. Guys, thanks very much for the gifts. I really appreciate all of them. And like, I get babe, I go take this, I go contribute money, then buy wig give am. But Charlie, she say nah, she no know say, like, she gave me the chance. All I for do be say make her work, then I give am the money. Make her work, then I give am the money. Cause man, where you love your woman there, you know, really for keep your own money. If they pay you, no, then you can't give am. Cause how can you say you love your babe without giving her your salary? Then where is the love, bro? Guys, you can't love your babe without giving her your salary. Then where is the love? Tell me. Tell me, guys. Tell me. As a man, I'm about to talk nonsense. As a man, if they born you, right? As a man born of a woman, the right thing to do is to give your babe all your salary and apologize to her for not having enough time for her. You give her all your salary and be like, babe, I'm very sorry for not giving you enough time. For that matter, I want you to have my salary, use it to do whatever you want to do, and I promise I'll do better next time. That is how you love. I'm showing you guys the way, right? I'm showing you how to actually get a babe as a techie, right? You know, babes no really, they follow techies and stuff like that. So as a techie, if you want to get a babe, then you have to find a way around it. And the only way is to give her your salary. When you get a new contract, you call her and be like, babe, I got a new contract. I want you to have my salary. Yeah, so that is what we do. All right, so guys, let's focus on this and finish this. Yeah, so we have this, and then the next thing is dummy image 5. Let's call artist. Let me see, dummy image 5, right? Dummy image 5 should be what I'm looking for. Okay. As soon as I stop talking, then I begin to make mistakes. It's asset image, and then we have to get something like, what am I even looking for? I'm looking for this. So let's give it a height and a width. So height 70 and a width 70 to our container. Guys, don't forget to subscribe. That one they here, or the subscription they here, because Charlie, man go come here to job sign, nothing they show. So guys, I beg, subscribe. Subscribe for more videos like this one. So we have our image down there, and what is the next thing? The next thing for us to do is to make sure that the image fits it covers the whole container, right? So the fit is going to be cover, and then we would have something like this. So what we want to do is to give this enough padding so that the other elements will be pushed away, then we would have a good space to actually handle this. Yeah, so this is what we have, and then what is the way forward? We have to do some decorational touch-ups on the container, right? So let's go here. This is the background image of the container. We can do the creation. We already have border radius. Okay, circular. I don't even have to set border radius. Let me just set the shape to a cycle. Box shape dot cycle. Yeah, so we are gonna have something like this. Now after getting this, the next thing is to set the border, right? We have border all, and then the color of the border is gonna be white as shown on the UI, and then the border width is gonna be 2 px. So let's see, we would have something like this. Now this is looking exactly like what we have here. This is looking exactly like what we have here. Army Tafar. Yeah. So after having this, we are gonna have this 2 elements, which is posed by Oliver Tree. I don't know who Oliver Tree is. Posed by Oliver Tree, and then from there we are gonna add the socials. Then we would say that we are done with this screen. Then we can move on to adding this. Oh my God, this. We'll do it. In God we trust. Amen. Yeah, so we have this. Let's see, guys. The screen is the design is looking. If you know grid, then go do your own. If you know grid, then go do your own. Yeah, so it's looking good. Can you please add me to your WhatsApp group? Yeah, you can join the WhatsApp group. Unfortunately, I can't put the link in the comment section because what's the name? TikTok will take it off. So I want you to check the YouTube channel. I'm live on YouTube, right? I want you to check the channel. Check this code with Secho, and then in the description of this live video, you have access to the WhatsApp channel. Thank you. Army Tafa. Yeah, what's the meaning of the Army Tafa, guys? Some Chinese nigga be go just show for here, then come hold my neck. I don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah, so let's take off this and see. Okay, that is not that. Let's bring it back, and then we just gonna do this is a padding for all, and then this particular padding is also for all, but I feel like the spacing between this and this, then this and this is too much. Yeah. So it is because of this. Let's see. Yeah, so we only have to do a constant sized box with a height, which would be, I think, was it 32 or 40? Is that it? Is that it? 24. Yeah, so guys, thank you very much for the likes. Thank you very much for the follows, and the subscriptions as well. Yeah, so now we are working on this. Hey, this nigga there, seeing face, oh Charlie. This one, you get issue plus some, you know, go be easy. Oh. The way you go hold your neck, no. You know, go easy. You know, go forgive easily like that too. Your head go thrown off. Yeah, so we would have to do the last thing, post by blah blah blah, and then let's move on. Text dot medium, and then the text, and what else? The text is gonna be post by, and then the color. Let's set the color. We call this, and there's this, and there's this, and let's confirm. To confirm it, bro, how you they do this setup? I'm using now I don't even know which one to answer. Yeah, if it is the TikTok setup, I am using the TikTok studio. Yeah, I'm using the TikTok studio, and followed by the TikTok studio, I just go in there and then set it up. I don't even know how to explain it to you, unless maybe I have to do a live video on that. Yeah, Demetrius, it's late. You're supposed to be sleeping, man. Welcome. Yeah, guys, thanks very much for the follow. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel for the rest of the videos. Thank you. Yeah, so this is gonna be a bold one. You're laughing. You're laughing. My boss is laughing. Yeah, so this is gonna be white. Do you have a camera source or your laptop camera? Yeah, so this is the laptop camera. I am using the laptop camera, and yeah, that is the only source. Yeah, so now we have this too, and then we'll just have to put this in a column so that we can separate them very nicely, and this, and put this column in a pattern and give it a vertical pattern, so symmetric and then vertical. What are you creating? Yeah, so we are working on a music app. Yeah, a music player app, and we're just doing this for fun. And also for those of you that are in school that would want to have this app as your project or whatever, this is also to just create something for you that you can look at, and also get inspirations to build your own app. So yeah, it's just a normal music app that you see every day in your environment. Yeah, so let's go here and then work on this. Yeah, so we have that. Now let's download these socials icons and use this. Yeah, so we have this 3, and let's download it in a large format. And then in here we are gonna use this, show this, and then yɛne say yɛne day ana eli yɛne day. Thank you, medical. Oh, why do we have this here? Linear, really? Cut this, copy this, and then I think you should paste it here. Yeah, so now we can use this. Yeah, so go. Now inside of our icons we would add a new icon called socials. Yeah, so socials, this should be another icons, right? So this is where we have our socials icons. Yeah, so inside of this we would paste all the icons that we've copied, and then we will copy the path reference of the socials, go to YAML, then we'll add it here. Yeah, so we'll add this here and run the popcat, then that should be okay. Yeah, so now we can move on to app assets and add these social icons. Guys, you can see how I'm arranging the icon. I'm arranging the assets. This is to actually keep the code clean, so that any developer that should come one day would have access to a very clean code that he can read through. Yeah, so started constant string, and then we have this. Let me just create this for now. Then 1 2 3 4. Yeah, so the first social icon is according to the UI. What is the first social icon? Oh, let's have this here. Have this here, and have this. Have this here. Okay, so we are gonna have it this way, and then yeah. So we have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and then link, copy link, right? So we will just have this Instagram icon. This is where the Instagram icon will go. So Instagram, and then we would have Facebook. Who uses Facebook? Do you guys use Facebook? Twitter, and then this will be copy link. Yeah, so now we have all this. We will just copy the path reference of all this element. Sometimes I wish I can forward myself doing this, because what the hell? Which one is that one? Is this Facebook? No. Instagram for Instagram, Facebook for Facebook. Yeah, so Facebook for Facebook, and then link for link, and then Twitter for Twitter. Twitter. Yeah, then we should be good to go. Now, after this particular element, we are gonna have a final one. The final element, which is gonna be this here. All right. So what do we start? Where do we start from? We'll start with a row, and then we'll start with the children, and then the children is gonna be a list dot generates, and then the items are gonna be 4. But before that, let's create a list of these social icons, right? So we're gonna have a final list of strings, a final list of a string, and then we'll call it social. What am I writing? So we call it social icons. Yeah, and then it should be like this. Ooh. Yeah, so just call app offsets dot social icon 1. So it starts from Instagram, then it goes to Facebook. It's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and then link. So Twitter, Facebook, and then link. Yeah, so we have our social icons. When we come here, the length of the list that items that we'll be generating will be the social icons, and then we're gonna have to pass this here as our index, and then we can do a final. Yeah, so we can do a final icon, which is the social icons, and then picking that particular index from the icon. So we can have something like this. Yeah, so then we would return an image icon, which will have the image as asset image, and then asset image will have the icon as its child. Yeah, so after we have this, we're gonna put the elements in the center of the screen. Now rerun, and let's see what we would have. Yeah, so now we have this 4. Beautiful. The next thing is to set the color of the icons to white. Then we have all this. Beautiful. Click, tick. Yeah, so the next thing is to put a space between them, but before the space, there's something we can do, right? There's something beautiful we can do. Since all of them are icons that we can tap, then we are going to use icon button in here. Yeah, so we would use icon button. So on press of this button, we would have to do something. So the to do would be to go to social profile. Yeah, so that would be what we'll be doing, and then the icon is going to be this. So rerun, and then we have something like this now, which is clickable, by the way. Yeah, so after that, the next thing we will do is to actually put a styling on this button so that we can give it a side button or whatever, the border radius or whatever. Yeah, so we are going to call icon button dot style from, and then side, I think side. Yeah, so border side dot all color. Yeah, color will be white. That should be the border side color. So we'll have something like this. Haki is the barber. Thanks very much for the follow. Guys, thank you very much for the follow. If you're watching now and you haven't followed, this is a chance for you to drop that follow and be part of the Developers Hub. And also, don't forget to subscribe, right? Don J, thank you for the follow. Yeah, so guys, don't forget to subscribe because the videos are all there. And over here, we build beautiful apps and we just vibe. Yeah. One day, I will let us talk about AI. The good things. You're very good, man. Thank you very much, Milano. Thank you very much. Don't forget to drop the follow and check out my YouTube channel for more videos like this. Yeah, guys, thank you all for the follow. Kinda here. Yeah. So guys, we've gotten this looking like this, but we have to put a little space in between them, right? Look at this and see what we have here. We have to put a little space in here, right? So how do we do that? It is very simple. It is very simple. We can either do that using the icon button, wrapping it in a padding. Yeah, that's the best way to go, or the fastest way. So we'll just put it in symmetric, horizontal, and we can give them a 4.0. So that should be 8 in between. Yeah, then we have something like this. Then we are good to go. So now this is looking good. This screen is actually looking good. When we started, it was like this and like this, but now it's looking good. So yeah, guys, we are on a good path. So the next thing is to build this. We have to build this, and thanks to episode 3, we've already built that, which we have here. So thanks very much to episode 3, we already have that. But the problem is this. Yeah, hello, what's up? The problem is this items here, this clickable elements that we have here. This is what's going to give us an issue, because how are we going to be navigating from, guys? Now I'm going crazy. We can just duplicate this, right? Guys, I can see the comments. Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome. I can see that we have this, which is don't forget your roots, the song that's playing, all that. But just look at what I'm talking about. This is the home page of the app, right? This here is the home page of the app. Then you navigate to the current playing song. So when you click this, you go to the current playing song, and then you have something like this. Right, then you have something like this. Now when you move to see more, right, of the artist profile, you are presented to the screen. But the bad part on the screen, right, the issue on the screen is that whilst you are moving away from the home page, now the home page and its navigational stuff are here, which means that this element, as we see here, is supposed to be showing somewhere here. Let's say this home page. It's supposed to be showing somewhere here. So that now when you click on the search, it automatically navigates you to the search, which is way out of line, right? We can have it, by the way, right? We can have the home stuff here. But the only issue is that we would have to do some multiple poppings and stuff, which is kind of uncool, but let's use it and see how it's going to be like. Guys, thank you very much for the follows. Don't forget to subscribe as we crack some codes. Yeah, so let me copy this. I'm going to have this. We would make use of this, but for now, let's go here and look at the home page. So we have this search. When we click this, we are searching. When we click this, we are on library. When we click this, we are on premium. We have all this here. Okay, no problem. Let's go to the home page and see what we can get from there. Okay, where is the home page? Yeah, so we come here and then we are going to pick, you can see all that we have here, right? The things we have here. Ivan, thank you, Ivan. Thank you very much for the follow. I see you. Guys, it's crazy. It's crazy what we are trying to do here. People don't know, but it's crazy. It's my heart. Yeah, so okay, let's pick this two. For now, let's pick this two, and also let's pick this because we are gonna need it. Okay. Yo. And then we go to the artist bio. So let's go to the artist bio screen, and down here, right down here, let's first drop our widgets class, which is this. So let's first drop it, and then also in here let's comment all this for now, right? And then let's also take this off for now, like this. Okay, and then below this we are gonna drop the bombshell. We are gonna drop the big bomb, right? Which is like I don't even know where to start from. Yet, so we're gonna have to replace this. We'll replace this with okay. Let's have it. And what we are gonna have down here will be the spacing that we have in the home screen. So we are going to drop the spacing down there so that we can actually, please, how do you make the phone to appear on the desktop? Yeah, so this is an emulator. It's an emulator and it comes with the Android Studio. So I just have to use it. I don't do anything special. If you want to see how I did the setup, then check the YouTube channel. I did a video on it. You would see one playlist called the Flutter Crash Course. Check episode 1 of that playlist, and then you would have access to how I got it to look like this. Thank you. Yeah, so we have this now. We have this. What we have to do is to thank you very much for your understanding. Amitafa. Yeah, so we have this, guys. I'm talking a lot because I'm thinking. Yeah, when I'm thinking, I guess I get to say a lot of things because I want to think. Yeah, so I'm talking a lot because I'm thinking. Let's have this. Today we can see it clearly. Yeah. Yeah, so there's been a lot of reports. I don't know if it was you or someone. The person was like, hello, we can't see the items, the code and the stuff clearly. So I was like, okay, maybe let's try the screen, and I can see it's actually working well. So yeah, we are going to get stuck with this for a very long time. Guys, thanks very much for the likes and the follows and everything. The gifts, yeah. Thank you all for the gifts, and I appreciate all of them. So now we have this, and then the next thing we can do now is to pick the elements that we already copied, which is I think this align. Now let's go for it again. Pretty babe, thanks very much for the follow. Pretty babe, guys, a pretty babe just follow me. Can you imagine? Pretty Babe, thanks very much for the follow. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel for more videos here. Yeah, so what are we gonna do? Ninja Ghosts, thank you very much. I know you are a ninja and a ghost at the same time, but yeah, it's glad having you on board. Yeah, so guys, we would copy this as well. Don't worry, as time goes on, I will have to make this a widget so that we can use them again and again and again. But for now, let's just copy them and drop them here. Where from the error? Yeah, so now let's rerun this and see what we are gonna get. Run this, go all the way to see more, and then we have this. So guys, where did you learn all this? I wonder who taught you. Yeah, Pretty Babe, I went to the uni. I've been in the uni for, hey Secho, how do you do, sir? Yeah, I'm doing great, everybody. I'm doing great. I hope you guys are also doing good as well. And for Pretty Babe, yeah, I went to the uni for 4 years, and for 6 years now, I've been coding every day. So you can get for how long. Yeah, it's evidence that's I've been doing this every day, just every time. When I wake up, I code. When I sleep, I code. When I don't sleep, I code. And when I sleep again, I code. Yeah, so guys, why do I feel like this thing is not straight? It's not like I feel like, it seems this is not straight. It feels a little bit curved or crooked. I don't know. It looks like that to me. Yeah, so assuming this is what we have now, like this. Assuming this is what we have now, the next thing we would have to do is, first things first, let me still increase the size. This, can we have it as 300? All right, we can have it as 300 so that we can at least push a little bit higher. And then on this side, this is where we're gonna have to do a lot of stuff, right? This is where we are gonna have to do a lot of stuff. So let me see what we can do with that. So on the screen, let's take care of the colors. Let's bring back the colors. Hi guys, don't forget to drop your messages in case you wanna, please, sorry to interrupt, what are you doing? Are you building a site? Yeah, so Pretty Babe, what we are building, guys, if you're just joining, what we are building is a music player app. It's a music player app. I love your work and I love to learn. I have zero knowledge. Where and how do I start? Maybe app dev. All right, then you drop a DM, then we can take it from there. So send me a DM on TikTok. Yeah, so Pretty Babe, we are building this app. Yeah, it's a lot, but since we started, we would surely end it. Yeah, so we are building this app. It's just a music app, and normally we go online. I go online, look for apps that catch my attention and have difficult UI, right? Apps that have very complicated UIs. I go online, look for them, and then I build it. Yeah. The reason for that is to build my skill and also build my way of thinking. And also help others understand the process in building app and also achieving a particular design or a particular functionality or feature in mobile dev using Flutter. So yeah, it's a whole lot. And also building my social signature. How do they say? Do you have to buy a domain after coding? No, I don't. These apps that I'm building for fun, I don't push them to Google Play. I only have them available on my GitHub, so you can have access to the code after the whole development process. Yeah, so guys, I was thinking about something. Are we going to have this statically stacked like this, or we would have to actually make it also scrollable? Because this is how we have it here. Forget about the prototype on this screen, right? The prototype is very poor. So meaning you don't publish it to live, right? Yeah, I don't. For this ones, I don't. I just build and then leave it on my GitHub for anybody that wants to reuse it. But I have apps that I've worked on with companies. I have them on Play Store and App Store. One is First Responder, and then another one is Trekmara. So you can check it out. Nick, thanks very much for the reshare. Do I sell them? So far, I haven't sold any app. I only build them for fun. Yeah. So this is what I have, and guys, thank you very much for all the photos. Okay, I think if you have a market and you want us to actually look at that, then you can also drop a text and let's see how we would run that. Yeah. So guys, this is the screen. This is the screen, and then we would have to do something now. Something crazy, which I don't think it's actually gonna make sense, but we would have to do it. And this is the point where I'm also a beginner at building websites. Okay, very good. Then it's good to have you on board. So guys, this particular screen, right? It's good to have you guys on board. Aquaba. Yeah. This particular screens, we would have to make sure that when we click on, when we tap on a particular option or a particular nav item, we would be taken all the way back to the home screen like this. And then what we would do is to navigate to that particular screen. So assuming we are on the screen, assuming we are here, and but I don't code it actually, but can be published to live. Yeah, you have to learn how to code it, by the way. Yeah, so if we have this and we click here, then we are supposed to be navigated to another screen, right? But that is where state management comes in. That is where Riverport comes in. We are going to use Riverport for our state management, right? So you guys have to stay tuned. It's going to pop up somewhere in the 7th or 8th episode. So you have to stay tuned and also stay active. Subscribe and have post notifications on whilst we build this from start to finish. So yeah, we are going to have to add state management to this so that when we change to search, we would notify the state and re-navigate the user back to the home screen, and then he will be on the search screen. That's what we would have to do. Yeah, so we would have to find the best way to actually handle that navigation and stuff. But sincerely, I think this on the screen is rubbish, right? When you go on the screen and you have this, then it's rubbish. So this is what I'm gonna do. I would take it off because it doesn't make sense to me. Where am I? It doesn't really make sense to me, so I'm gonna take it off and code it. But now I want to learn how to actually code. Is there a way? Yeah, there is a way for you to learn how to code, and the way is very simple. Use me as your as your tool or as your motivation. So take your PC, take your laptop. Anytime I go live, just come here and also do your thing, right? I always tell people that if you don't have like the motivation to code with hand, then you actually have the motivation to watch someone that codes with hand, and then you can also learn that from them. So yeah, just be part of the channel, be part of the WhatsApp or the YouTube or the TikTok family. Just be part of any of them, if possible all of them, and also send me a DM so that we'll talk. All I want is that everybody that calls themselves that are developers must be able to code without AI. Yeah, thank you very much for the follow, Nick. Yeah, so the reason why I took this off, right? The reason why I took this off is that this is the home page. So you are on the home page playing your song. Hi, Secho. What software do you use for programming? Yeah, I use Android Studio for mobile, and then I use Angular for web, and then I use Android Studio, Flutter for mobile, cross-platform. I use Angular for web, and also I use Kotlin for native Android, and some other ones. Yeah, but regularly I do Angular and then Flutter. Yeah. So let me explain why I took the item off the screen, right? Of that particular screen. This is the home page. You are supposed to have the nav bar here on the home page. So you navigate from screen to screen. And then when you go deeper, you go into the current playing music screen, which is this. So if you want to go back to the home page, click here, come back to the home page, and maybe go do your searching or whatever. Then when you go here, and maybe you're on the screen, and you want to change your song, just go back to this, and then you have the chance to change the song. So why then would we have this? Then on the screen, we are having this. Unless we want to have this particular nav bar, right? Unless we want to have this particular nav bar on all of the screens. Unless we want to have it on all of the screens, then we can go ahead with that. But the UI, as we can see, haven't provided there are some of the screens that do not have that. Example, let me see. If we go on the screen, it doesn't have that. If we go on this one, it has it. Some have, some do not. And for my peace of mind, I don't want to go crazy. So yeah, I'm not gonna have to put it on all the screens, especially these ones. The few ones that do not have it, I'm not gonna put it on them. So all that I'm saying is that the music is on the home page. If you want to change it, go to the home page and change it. If you want to move to the search screen, go to the home page and do the searching. You can't come and kill me. Yeah, but what we can do if we want to go according to this design is to use the Go router, and then without a Go router we can still do our navigation and have it as index stack, which means that this particular children, this is going to be active on every screen that we navigate to, and the change of current widget or current route will be in an index form. I think I'm going too much. Basic knowledge will not get that. So guys, let me keep it how it is, and then we move on. Yeah, so we have that, and if we want to do something else, the next screen is this one. So now we can say that we are done with this screen and we are done with this screen as well. So let's push this to the completed section. And now the next one is this. But how do we get here? How do we get here? How do we get here? I think this is when you click on the tickets. Yeah, this is when you click on find tickets. Yeah, so we are going to do find tickets, and then at the end of the day we should be able to work on the find tickets page and also do this. So there's no time, we have to rush and do this as quickly as possible. Yeah, so let's jump onto the ticket screen and then let's do this one. Yeah, so now when you click on see more, we bring you here When you click on find tickets, we will take you to the ticket screen. So we have this, and then we have this, and then we're gonna call events. Yeah, so let's create events screen because tickets fall under events. So let's create event screen, and then down here we can create other screens as well, right? So but since it's only this one, let's create book event screen, right? So book event or event booking screen. Yeah, so we would have this as our event booking screen, and then we are going to create a stateful event booking screen, and let's bring scaffold and those other stuff. The time is up, so I want to rush before our 2 hours elapses. Yeah, so we are gonna have this scaffold, but we won't be using it because we have a beautiful one, which is the Mobi background, and on inside of the body we are gonna have a single child, blah blah blah. So we'll have a single child scroll view, and the child is gonna have a pattern, and then pattern is gonna have a symmetric pattern. So symmetric, yeah, constant symmetric pattern. What am I, guys? I want to rush you. I want to rush, and that is why I'm typing rubbish. Yeah, so that's gonna be a 24.0, and then the child is gonna be a column. Yeah, and then children, then we have this. Now when we go to this bio, we would pick this particular app bar because it runs across most of the screens. So app bar, then we should have this, and we are going to use the Mobi app bar. So let's import our Mobi app bar, and then import this Mobi buttons, and then we are going to have something like this. Yeah, so column, and then we import app text, and then this is gonna be something Oliver Tree. Yeah, same artist, so we are gonna have the name there. Yeah, to do is to replace name with the selected artist name. So it's selected artist name. Yeah, that's what we are gonna have as our to do. So when we run this, we have this, and then if we go to the active playing screen, inside of the active playing screen, if we click on book tickets, yeah, find tickets, then we are navigating to the event booking screen, right? So we'll call our navigator, and then dot push. Guys, thanks very much for the likes and the follows. I really appreciate all of them. Yeah, I appreciate all of them. I do. Yeah, so let's have our routes, and then this is going to be linking to the event booking screen. Yeah, so now let's rerun and then navigate to the event booking screen. Go in here, find tickets, and now we are on the event booking screen. So on the event booking screen, we are creating this near your location. So it's going to be, what is going to be, it's going to be, yep, so there's going to be a list style with stuff like this. So yeah, I think we have some list style that we can use, which is this. So we have a lot of list styles that we can use, right? Let's go to the active playing media screen and look for a particular list style. I think we can even use this one. Yeah, we can even use this one. So this is looking good, and then we can just make use of this. Yeah, so let's go back to the event booking screen, and then the first child of the column is going to be this, and let's rerun, and we have this. Yeah, so the location, near your location, so near Abokobi. Yeah, so assuming this is the location, we can say near Accra Central. I don't even know Accra Central. Where is Accra Central? Yeah, near no. Oh, near yeah, guys, let me go with that one. Okay. Yeah, so near Accra Central, let's rerun. We have something like this, and then what's this? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? Let me put this in something like this, because it's gonna come from the back end. So when it comes, we just put it in there just to show you that it's coming from the back end. And then artist has no coupon tickets near your location. So if there is no coupon tickets, then that means you have to change your location, right? Artist has no upcoming concerts near your blah blah blah. Yeah, so we have something like this. And then the next thing is for you to change your location. So instead of find tickets, now we are going to change it to change location, right? Yeah, so we would have something like this. So change location, and then that should work for us. Yeah, so rerun, and then we should have location change. Yeah, so we have changed location. We have to also change the size of the text because it's too big. What's the text size? It's a 12.0 font size. Yeah, so we have this. Now it's looking good. The next thing for us to do is to, for real. Yeah, so the next thing for us is to add the rest of this, which is these items. Then we should be good to go. Yeah. So we are gonna have to do something quick and swift before the time. It's left with a few seconds for the time to hold us at our neck. So we're gonna have a column. Let's generate a column with children, and then we're gonna just use a list dot generate. Let's say 6 children with an index, and then we're gonna have something like this. So we return the list style that we've copied. So we return a list style like this one. Yeah, so if we rerun this, we should have a list style like this, right? So rerun, and then we have a list style like this one. But what we are gonna do is that this one is gonna be different. So let's first add the label dot other location, right? So this looks like yeah, a semi bold with 16, and then we move on. So semi bold, and then the text is other locations. Yeah, so other locations, and then we should have something like this. Check semi bold, and it should give us 18, which is bigger than the specified size. So we would have to drop it all the way down to 16 to font size, and then that will be 16.0. Now rerun, and then we have something like this. Since the element is appearing in the center, we would check the cross axis to start, and now we should have something like this. Okay, now before this we have to put a little bit of spacing on top of it, right? So we can set a constant sized box. We can send a constant size box with a height of let's confirm the height between this and this. So let's do this 2 and 20. So yeah, with a height of 20, and then let's do this. So rerun this, and then that is what we have. So now it is simple all we have to do is swap these two elements. Button goes to leading and this. Yeah, so the leading becomes the button becomes leading, and then there will be no trailing, right? So I'm gonna pick this. I love to arrange them like this, and then this is gonna be like a leading. So inside of the leading, we are taking off this padding, right? And then this is gonna be in column. And then on click, we are not gonna do anything when we click it. So let's have it here, and let's do this. Say do nothing. Yeah, so we have that, and then the text is gonna be the date. So we would have something like June 9th. Both of them are, let's say this is medium, and this is semi-bold. Okay, great. So we are gonna have medium and then semi-bold text. So this is a semi-bold. What we have to do is to add another one which will cater for the medium text. So medium, yeah. Now this one holds the months, the name of the month. So if we are in July, we have something like this, and then if we the date, then we can say July 19th. Yeah, then we check the text sizing. This is 12, and then this is 16. Yeah, so we come here and this becomes 16. The colors are, I think, white. So this is what we have now. Yeah, so guys, now this is what we have, and then the next thing we have to do is to change the location, right? So the location can be something else, which is like this, and then this would also follow with the time. Yeah, so let's have this as fry, and let's have this as golf. Yeah, so with this, now we have this. Now we have to make sure that the height of this elements are not overflowing, because we have an overflow issue. So let's make sure the height is not overflowing, right? So to do that, let's first put this in where can we have this? List style. Okay, so what are we giving the list style? Let's do something about the list style to give it that height. So this is leading, and then we can say the minimum tile height, right? The minimum tile height we can actually check from here, and we can say that the height should be around 60. So if we do 60.0 as the minimum tile height, let's see that it's too small. So yeah, it's the design is not drawn to scale, so you can just check it out to see if it will work. But we still have an overflow, and the overflow, as we can see, is not coming from the tile height. It's actually coming from this button. So if we come here, let's see, assuming we increase the height of the container, like let's say 80, let's see what we are gonna get. This, I think it's coming from the list style, guys. Yeah, so the issue is coming from the tile and not the button. Wait, yeah, icon button colored, icon button. Yeah, so this is the icon button. Yeah, the height, let me set the height, and then let's give it a 120 and see. Yeah, so this is the issue. The issue is coming from the list style and not the button. Okay, so let's check the properties of the list style. Anything concerning height, we can check it out and see how we would tackle that. But this particular height is not even supposed to give this an issue because this button is very small. So this column here is not supposed to actually give it an issue. It's not that long, it's not that tall. Yeah, so let's do tile height, minimum tile height, and let's give it something huge. So let's say 180 as a tile height. And then this is what we have. Now the overflow is not on the tile. Let's go in here and check. The overflow is not on the tile, it's on the button. And I don't want us to rebuild this because if we do, it's going to take a lot of time, right? So let's assuming we have something like this. Oh, I hate it when I want to paste, then I ended up copying what I want to replace. So assuming we have something like this, then it's going to look like this. Then we can take the tile height from here, then we should have something like this. And then as we have something like this, we can put this in a container. So container, we're going to give it a height and a width. So a height of 80 and a width of 80. Then it should now look like this. And then we have a decoration, so box decoration, and give it a color, which is a green color. So now we should have something like this. But assuming we don't want to have that, we can actually do this, and main axis would be in the center. So now we have something like this, and then the height and width can also be reduced as well. So what we will do is not give it a height and a width, but we will rather give this a padding. We rather give them a padding which would be a 16 to run this, and then we have something like this, but it's given an overflow, so bring back the height and width. And then let's see which one will work for it. So we're gonna have something like 60, and let's see how much work 60 can do. So yeah, so 60 looks like this. And then the box shape, we're gonna give it a cycle shape. So we want the box to be a cycle, then we are having something like this. Now after this, we would go to where we have the buttons and pick a design from there. So we are going to pick the gradients and also the box shadow and then the border, because this is what we need, right? So we're just going to go to the event booking screen and then give it this. Guys, thank you very much for all the likes. Now rerun this, and then we have this. Now you can see that we are good to go. Marcel, thank you very much for the like. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel and subscribe, and check out the rest of the videos, and also don't forget to follow. Yeah, so we are going to replace this with an actual date. These ones are all to-dos that we would do. So to do, and we'll say replace with actual date, right? So replace, is that replace? Yeah, replace with actual dates. Yeah, so we have this, and that is that. Yeah, so rerun, and we have the same thing. All we have to do is that we give a little padding to these items, right? So assuming we can we wrap this in a padding, then we can supply only the bottom padding, so only bottom. Then we have this, and now our elements should look like this, this and this, this and this. Yeah, so now this is what we have. Yeah, so guys, this is what we have. We can actually put a little spacing on top like this. Let's put a little spacing on top like this, then we should be good to go. Yeah, So assuming we have an 8.0 spacing here, vertical spacing, then we should be good to go. Yeah, so guys, we have this. Go back to where we picked you from. Oh, I've done a lot. I've really touched a lot of things. Yeah. So we've also worked on the screen. So the 9 also joined the worked, the completed ones. Yeah, so now let's rerun our app from the top and let's see what we've done for the episode. Twale, guys, thank you all for sticking around. We are about to do our final check before we run away. Yeah, so this is the screen, this is the home page. If we should arrive on the home page, this is what we have. If we should have a current playing song, we click here, we'll be directed there. But before then, we can navigate to the rest of the screens down here. And then when we come here or wherever, you can click on this to navigate to the current playing song. We will add a functionality to all of this so that you can play a song. Yeah, so all that will be done. Then when you scroll to the bottom and you click on see more, you will be navigated to the see more screen where you can have access to the user's data in here. And then from here, you can also be navigated to the event screen if you click on more. So guys, that is what we've done for this episode. That is what we've been able to achieve for this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to follow. Guys, I'll see you on, in, at, over, on top, below, beside, beneath, episode episode 7. All right, so stick around, subscribe, and keep coding. What do I say, or what do you guys say? Bye bye.